Have you ever looked at the official economic news, seen a number, and just thought to yourself, that can't be right? Well, you are definitely not alone. There's this huge gap, right? A massive disconnect between the data we're all given and what we're actually feeling in our wallets. So today, we're going to dive in and solve the mystery of what's being called felt inflation.
So, here it is. This is the number you'll see plastered all over the news. As of October 2025, the UK's official headline inflation rate is 3.6%. This is the big, official figure that tells policymakers, hey, things are calming down, we're getting this under control.
And look, from a 30,000-foot view, that number, it suggests the worst of the cost of living crisis is finally behind us. The rate that prices are going up is slowing down. On paper, it really does look like the storm is passing. But, as we all know, what it looks like on paper and what it feels like on the ground can be two very, very different things.
And that really brings us to the core question, doesn't it? I mean, if things are supposedly getting better, why does the weekly grocery shop still feel like a gut punch? Why does filling up the car feel like a luxury? Why does it feel like we're all just running faster and faster on a treadmill, just to stay in the same place?
Okay, so let's start our investigation right there. We're going to pit the official stats against the reality in your wallet.
And this, right here, this really captures the two completely different worlds we seem to be living in. On one side, you've got the official story. Inflation is cooling, wages are growing a bit. But on the other side, there's the lived reality for millions of us. The weekly shop is still painfully expensive, any little pay bump you get seems to vanish into thin air, and our energy bills, well, they've just settled at a new, much, much higher normal.
To really understand this disconnect, our first clue is actually hidden inside that official statistic itself. We've got to pop the hood on the Consumer Price Index, or the CPI, and see what's really going on.
Okay, so this is so important to get. The CPI, that big official number, it's based on this theoretical basket of goods for a made-up average household that doesn't actually exist in the real world. But here's the real kicker. To get what they think is a cleaner number, economists often look at something called core inflation, where they strip out the volatile stuff. And what do they strip out? Food and energy. Just the two most essential, non-negotiable costs for any real family.
And this is where the pain is really coming from right now. See, the price of goods, like a new TV or a laptop, that's rising pretty slowly. But the price of services, we're talking car insurance, train tickets, getting a haircut, that is still climbing way faster at 4.6%. And let's be real, these aren't optional extras. For most of us, they're the unavoidable costs of just getting through the week.
All right, let's move on to our second clue. And this one isn't about spreadsheets and math,